compass points you anywhere.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It is the Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier Hendricks, and of course, my co-host, Mr. J. Paris.
What it do? What's happening? Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, and we got the homie Mr. Miller with us. What's happening, my
Top
G?
of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning to you all. Thank you so much.
The DJ's behind the camera, bro.
Hey man, we
Just
don't.
behind the camera, we got no sound
We
effects.
got no
today.
music today, bro. But nonetheless, top of the morning, top of the afternoon, and top of the evening to wherever you're joining around the world this morning. It's an honor to be here this morning, and I mean, we're speaking about suspicious timing. So
Suspicious timing,
Yeah.
suspicious movements, suspicious actions all across the board, man. Everything is just, it's just like it's not being explained to us. There's like things that are undercover. There's
Yeah.
like lies. There's like true data is not being shown. It's like really just the whole thing has just become a big joke, bro, on how they're handling. And of course, we're speaking about vaccinations. We're speaking about the COVID. We're speaking about new variant. We're speaking about just like everything. We're speaking about last night's announcement for almost locking us down again. We're just speaking about like all those things, man, and how suspicious it is that let's jump straight into it. That 2 months ago, literally we're speaking about South African radio now. We don't know about other countries, but literally 2 months leading up to our elections in South Africa, no news about COVID,
Nix.
no news about new
nix.
variants, no news about numbers going up, no news about what's the number looking like now, no news about new infection rates, no news. I'm talking, bro, when I say no news, I mean like absolutely nothing. Like we listen to the radio, you listen to news on the hour, every hour, nothing is mentioned about this is going up, new cases are rising, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. We were hearing about Bieber tickets. We were hearing about
Bieber ticket week.
we were hearing about Bieber tickets. We were hearing about different events going on around SA. We were hearing about obviously coalition talks. Obviously about what's been going on with the different political parties.
Yep.
We're literally hearing everything, and life literally went back to normal, bro. People stopped wearing masks. People were going to events again. We were going to restaurants again. Life literally opened back to normal. And you know why, bro? Because there wasn't a narrative being shoved down people's throat around every second about you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die. Even though the success rate of recovery is over 90%. Of even if you do get the COVID, your recovery rate is over 90%. So the big question on the table, what is the agenda behind shoving this news down our throats around every corner, on every news headline, around every hour, on the hour? 1 minute, we don't hear anything about it.
Yeah.
Next minute, we're back to square one, like it's back to the December 2019, and we have made no progress on anything. What's going on here, Jet?
Hey,
I think, sorry there, broski. I think just recap a bit on a bit of the speech last night, broski. Where are we at in terms of? I personally didn't watch the speech.
So here's the thing with the
but
speech.
numbers wise, indoor, outdoor, are we?
Now nothing changed at this point. However, there's a massive, almost a threat gun to your head kind of scenario where it's like get the vaccine or else. We will see.
it's mandatory.
I saw that.
So that's kind of the what Cyril Ramaphosa came on to the news yesterday to say was that if you all don't get a vaccine, you all will see we will lock you all down. In a nutshell, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think I was living living my best life.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago, I was living my best life, but I was obviously practicing everything that they said we should, wearing a mask, going into the stores, practicing social distancing.
Were you really?
I was, bro. In all honesty, I was. But then, last week, Wake up to the news that the whole world has closed its borders to South Africa, and I'm like, what the heck? What's happening? And the first thing that goes through my mind is, go to Twitter, go and check what's happening. I check on Twitter. We have a new variant, South African variant, apparently. And now because we have the South African variant called Omicron, Omicron, and now the rest of the world is just like, they shut everything down for us. And I'm like, no, but this is not a South African variant. This is something that was identified from South African doctors and scientists and whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, for me personally, I feel like this whole scenario is just
a big sham, bro.
It's a big sham.
The whole thing
joke.
is just a big
Bro,
sham.
What my G?
Yo, we got Joe
What's
coming
poppin',
through.
homeboy?
Do my
What's
G.
happening, my brother?
Let's kick it with Joe. Is in the
You must wake up
building.
at 6 o'clock, you.
I wake up actually at 5:30.
Yeah,
What's
so
happening, Joe?
Everything's good. What's happening with y'all?
Lekker. We just got straight into the topic, man, of all this nonsense going on, bruh. It's like
It's a
irritating.
little bit disheartening, no?
yeah, it is a little bit. It's a
irritating,
little
bro.
bit hectic, bro. But nonetheless, I think for me personally, I just think how can you postpone something like a COVID wave? I saw an article that was written in
Now,
August.
that shows you that the whole thing's orchestrated. In fact, since June they were saying, in December there's gonna be another wave. Infections are gonna.
How do you know?
How do you know? Never mind, how do you know? The whole point is we're bringing in Vex. Vex is gonna work. So that means things are gonna go back to normal.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go back to another wave in December. And just as they, what did they say, bruh? As it would stand, bruh, perfectly on time, on cue, after elections, wata.
Action.
Yeah, bro. I think
Nice camera action, we back to normal.
Yeah.
It's like, gents, hi. Now, here's the question, bruh. We as citizens, are we really so naive and so stupid and gullible
Yes.
to not see, like,
There's something
bro,
happening.
they just
Even
got
Spielberg.
they just gotta play it a bit smart. A bit smart.
but they don't even
Explain
have to
this,
play
a bit
now,
smarter.
man.
Bro,
They're just doing what they
cor-
want to,
bro,
bro. And people
they
are just
corrupt in
believing it.
any case. Hear me out. They corrupt in any case. So for me, it's like just play it a bit smart, bro.
But they don't have to. They can tell us whatever, bruh, and people are running with it, bruh. I know people, bruh, that believe every word, bruh, that comes out of that, whoever's on that news that's saying that this is what's going on. They believe it like it's it's gospel truth, bruh. Bruh, there's something wrong. Oh, they say you must speak into the
Oh,
mic.
yes. Yeah.
They're
so-
believing like it's like the gospel. Anyway, jump in.
Yeah, so this whole thing is like a scam, and it's a scam because the reason why, and that's my personal opinion, the reason why I say so, I think it's like a Norwegian country. It was in the past week or the week before that, where this Norwegian country was celebrated for the most vaccinated country in the world, but then they. Last week it came out that they have the most cases and the most rise of COVID in the whole world. So that already shows you that, first of all, this vaccine thing,
It's a little bit suspect.
yeah, it's a little bit money-making suspect kind of thingy, and just like the governance of people, it just shows us people of the world we are gullible, but we have to be gullible because we trusting our leaders and our.
But
you
bruh,
know-
do we trust our leaders? Let's ask that question. Do we trust?
Yeah,
I don't
do
think
we?
we
I think
trust
in
our
South
leaders.
Africa
People
we
are starting
don't,
to say,
but-
I will say this, that we are products of a corrupt system. And many a times, if we don't operate in which the system operates, it's going to be very difficult for us. Now, hear me out when I say this. I had a conversation yesterday with Chad, and I told him, bro, if you go to the Department of Home Affairs now, you're going to leave a 50 Rand on the table so that the homie can speed up your identity document
Yeah.
or your passport or whatever visa. Because that is how they work. They tell you straight.
It's
you come there,
embedded in everything. Yeah, in the
it
whole
has
system.
trickled down in every system. And if you swim upstream in that system, and I'm not saying, hey, be corrupt. No, I'm anti-corruption, bro. But I'm saying it is very, very difficult to live a certain way in a system that is embedded in corruption. So like to your point, bro, I don't know.
Like to me,
I don't
bruh, it's difficult to go
I hear
against
you there, yo.
the popular narrative now even.
Yeah.
Because now everyone is, hi vaccines, hi this, hi that. And I'm saying, I'm calling BS on the whole thing, bruh. Since December 2019, I called BS on the whole thing. I'm like, aye, this whole thing is a lie, bruh. Even the people who died from COVID was suspicious, bruh. Go into the hospital, you can't go, you don't know what's happening with your
Yeah.
loved one, you don't know what. Next thing, COVID death.
The doctors don't have the answers. Doctors also
Ah.
don't have the answers. When we ask for answers, the doctors is wishy-washy. You know that when they jumping around facts. They don't just say, this is it.
This is what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, I think I was shocked by what you were saying with the different amounts to the vaccine. Obviously now it's free apparently.
Well,
it
it was
was
supposed to
always
be
free.
free all the
Isn't it
time.
free now?
Yeah, it is
No,
free.
it's always
It was
free.
always free.
Oh,
But
wow.
this morning, our phones in on the radio says how they didn't charge him on his medical aid when he went for his vaccination.
Really?
Yes.
Nah, but you were saying, bro, that
Now I'm
that-
saying how much they made. They made.
Yes, let's talk that numbers. Yes.
Yeah,
How
bruh,
much
yes,
did they make?
yeah.
The CDC? Oh,
The Pfizer Johnson and Johnson
Okay.
reported, I think it was last year. Don't quote me on this report, but they spoke about something about $3 trillion, bro.
see there. Okay, can I just say a correction there? So it's free for us people, like of the land, but it's not free for the government. So we are still paying for it
Via
via
our
tax.
tax.
Yeah, via our tax. Because the government do buy it from these major corporations, these companies and stuff. Yeah, but still, let's call that BS. Yes. Let's read those numbers. Let's see how rich they
I'm just
get.
busy checking now because
Of our debt.
I closed it way, but it was $2 billion they made in 2020. No, approximately $15 billion in 2021. So $15 billion.
That's only Pfizer.
You got it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Check
got to
it.
times that by. That's only
15.
Pfizer. You got to times it by 15
15.
and check how much rand that is.
That's gang. Do you want me to check, bro?
Yeah, bro, 15 times 15 billion. So here's my thing, bro. You can call me a conspiracy theorist.
Yo.
You can call me, bruh. You can say I'm being irresponsible. You can call me whatever you want. You can cancel me. You can delete my social media. You can literally do what you want. But me, I'm telling you, this thing is suspicious, bro.
Do you want to know the amount, bro?
Yeah.
In rands, 225 billion.
225 billion.
Rand. That's gang.
That's not
For 1 year, bruh.
I'm tripping.
You know what?
one
It's
year.
1 billion, bro.
Tripping.
10% of a billion is 100 million. What can you do with 100 million?
Never mind that, bruh, for a year. We're not talking about, this thing's going on now almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
It started
2
in
years.
2020, it's 2 years, yeah. Started in, at the end
And how
of
long is this
2020
thing
or
still gonna be
2019.
with us?
Bruh,
For
here's
a
the
minute,
thing,
bro,
bruh.
for a minute.
No, this thing is a normal, what do you call it? A flu. So it's gonna be
Forever.
No
always.
maganjan.
And it's always gonna be mutating. It's always gonna be mutating and changing.
Infect.
New
and
variants.
stuff. Yeah, new
In fact-
variants.
the scientist in the beginning said the vaccine is causing a different variant.
Yes, I heard that.
Because you're getting injected, it's changing things in your body.
Yeah, your body
And when you get it
adapts,
again,
and then now
and
it's
it kicks out
So,
something
so,
different.
so now they're gonna basically do their annual reports based on COVID vaccines, looking at at least we made 2 billion. Yeah, maybe
Yes,
we can make it 3
yes.
billion next year.
That's sad.
You know, and it's become
Yeah,
a
you know,
a
now you know
money-making
what the
thing.
trick. The trick is us. You must go get a booster shot every time something changes.
Yes.
Now,
More funds.
if they come out tomorrow and say,
Basically.
okay, now you must start paying for the booster shot. The booster shot is 1,000 rand or something. That means now
They're changing
every
behavior.
year, now you become a chronic you just made yourself a chronic patient now.
And now that you already had
Now
the
you must
first
go every
vaccine,
year now.
you must go
You
for the
have to.
vaccine.
Yeah.
Because it's already,
The
they're
new
already
one.
starting with a, you must go now every time for an update shot
Yes.
and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So it's like, also now you're like making me a chronic patient now. I must now
Exactly.
go every now and then. Like,
And can I say something?
something?
And also, can I say something about the vaccines? Okay, true story. In my walk, when I got my son, me and wifey were already like looking at, oh, there's vaccines, and this is already before COVID. So already vaccines has been like a taboo conversation in the medical world already. This is already pre-COVID
Pre-COVID,
already. So there was already CDC's lawsuits against the CDC for vaccines, autism, causing autism in babies, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So it's already the vaccine conversation is already a one that's like has the whole medical world split in half, because no doctor will agree with that doctors, and these doctors don't agree with that doctors. And already for us, consumers, can we say we consumers of the vaccine? Yeah, consumers. We already now left in a weird position. Like, okay, who do we trust here now? Do we trust the doctors who work with the governments because those are the ones that's pushing it, or do we work with the doctors, the whistleblowers, which are saying no, these vaccines are unsafe for kids already. Vaccinations are not the way we should go as human beings, especially when healing our children and keeping our children safe already. So already the vaccine is already on eggs, you know.
Yeah.
So
But
we
you know
already
what's,
like
you know what's
hey.
suspicious, like what you mentioned now? Why do they assassinate the whistleblowers? Because already that's
Okay,
suspicious.
I don't know any whistleblowers that got assassinated.
Yeah,
here.
not like shot or
Or
killed or
like-
whatever, but like silenced and like
Yeah.
ostracized and like,
Yes.
hey, shh, please
Yeah.
tell. Why? Because the thing is, bro, if the four of us, ne,
Yeah.
we go do something now. We now, let's say we shoot someone and a person dies or whatever. The four of us only know to us late at night. We were at an event or something, this thing happened.
Yeah.
Only us four know to say what happened. Now we get in the car.
Yeah.
Now Jay says, "Hey, James, let's go to the police station." We say, "No, you can't. We're gonna mang if you go, you know." Now you want to blow the whistle on us and we checking.
Yeah, and then
I'm
now
not gonna
we
go.
silence
Now
him
we silence him.
Yeah.
Now we start threatening him. Hey, bro, if you're gonna go talk, we're gonna
Yeah.
steal your children. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
that's not so
Because-
far fetched. Yeah,
But that's the
especially
thing,
if
bruh.
money is involved. Imagine these billions and millions are involved. Yeah, it's not so far fetched. We're not saying it's a fact, but it's not so far fetched.
Bruh, but there's been many stories of people who came out and said,
Yes.
they're trying to silence me because I don't agree with what's going
Yeah,
on.
true.
So it
we
exists.
had a
So it
doctor-
is a fact.
Yeah,
We had a
had a
doctor on
doctor.
our show that was fired because he said, "Hey man, those things are not scientifically accurate."
you see,
You know, we got fired.
Yeah, bruh.
you see. So where does it leave us, the people, now? Should we now just be like babies and just be spoon-fed this stuff, or should we stand up? How do we stand up? Do we start conversations like this everywhere?
We have to have
Yeah.
conversations like this, bro.
Because
What's wrong? Oh.
Yeah.
We have to have conversations like this because we can't just believe everything, bro. Because here's my thing, guys, and for those of you who are still like pro-vax and pro-COVID and pro-this and this, my question is, why 2 months ago, né?
Yeah.
When it went silent on mainstream news
yes.
and outlets, we carried on with our life like no one was getting sick,
was the
no
election,
one was dying
bro.
from COVID.
There was
no
the
one
election. We had to
because let's
vote.
be honest, bro. If it was 2 months,
We had to vote.
Okay, can I play devil's advocate there? Can I play devil's advocate? Okay, so the news corporations, they operate with what's popular. So maybe right now the COVID story wouldn't sell, you know, or wouldn't be
During the election.
Yeah, because of kidnappings and all these other things.
Which we're
that's
gonna get
happening.
to also.
Yeah. So that's happening in the country. So news outlets are very specific in what stories they choose to headline and which stories is the front
but
page.
they get told to.
Yeah,
what to
yeah,
say.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why you'll
yes.
switch to any radio station, you'll hear they all say
The same thing.
same exact same thing.
Yeah.
So they
now-
get their source from one place. So here's my question: are they not told to say what to say?
Debatable, you know. Yeah. You know, I think there is a little bit of okay, conspiracy theory. It's gonna you know, there is a little bit of everyone is saying the same thing. Everyone's reporting the same story at the same time. Yes, there is that happening, but there is a little bit of an element of integrity in the news. Let me say a little bit. You know, I speak integrity. When I speak about
Explain.
when I speak about integrity, I mean like it is real stories that they're bringing up, but I think that they very careful which stories, you know. There's a news editor there on top at the Star or wherever, the News 24, and he decides that no, this story
But
we're
how
not
they
going with the
careful
story.
about it
The
though,
story
bro?
we only giving it one paragraph. The story we can give it a whole paragraph.
Page.
Yeah, whole page. So there is that narrative that happens. There is a gatekeeper that's saying this information goes out. Not too much of this information. This information. And that gatekeeper
right.
obviously has a boss that's saying that no, don't push that. You're gonna create panic in the country, or you're gonna create panic amongst the people. So I do understand there is gatekeepers and people that are overlooking the information that we get, but I do think that there is real information that they
I
are
don't think they
pushing
think
out.
it through though, bro.
Okay, yeah, debatable, because lots of reporters
Nah,
complain
I
about.
just wanna speak on this quickly.
Speaking about the fact that
Bro,
a
wait,
month-
before
a
we
month
carry on,
ago,
just
bro,
say what's up to everyone there, please, bro.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Nah, Jay.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? Thank you so much for joining us. If you do have any questions or comments, please do. Don't hesitate. Hit us up and yeah, Juan was popping, Sheldon Banks. We see you, broski. Don't worry, I'm gonna hit you up with the Billy.
Billy,
real soon.
Billy on my name. So I just wanted to speak on this because if you guys don't know that I am half vaccinated. So I went for the COVID vaccine, first dose.
Tell me
My
about
I
second
want to
dose.
just stand back a little bit, please.
Yeah.
Nah,
Putting
bro,
us-
I'm covered
putting
by
us
the
in
blood of
danger.
the
Putting
Lamb.
us in
In
danger.
danger.
Aye, aye,
Danger.
aye.
Putting us in danger.
So I got my
Yeah,
message.
bro.
I got my message this morning
And
actually.
you haven't been feeling well lately.
Explain. I'll pray for you, bro.
Your nose is blocked. You are.
Second, my second dose is coming up on Thursday.
Yeah,
So I
don't
need
worry,
to
I'm
go.
listening. I'm listening.
But the
bruh.
only
I
reason
am
why I
also
had to get it
Yeah.
Because you want to travel.
is because I have to travel.
Yes.
So the system is not going to allow me to travel at the time that I would like it to
Yeah.
because I don't have the vaccine. So
Yeah.
I have to get the vaccine.
So you're being
yeah-
strong-armed.
Exactly.
into taking
Yeah.
it,
So
You're
now
being
here's
forced.
so now here's my thing.
yeah.
Are we gonna continuously? I just want to throw a spanner in the works. Are we gonna continuously fight against the system, right? That is overpowering us, that is dominating us,
Yeah.
and we're slowly going to see these things coming into every sphere of life, where
yeah.
we're gonna have to have a COVID vaccine to do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Now,
it's getting
what is our approach going to be? Because for
Yeah.
me, my faith is that Lord, if this thing is meant to harm me, I believe that the same God that makes metal plates disappear and opens blind eyes and lets the lame walk, I believe that you will not let this vaccine harm me. I'm just throwing a spanner in the works.
Yeah,
That's right.
What's going to happen
No, it's cool.
if
When
it
you have
comes
have
to
a
that
chip
point?
Not a chip, my bad, damn. I don't know why that's. But when you need a vax to, like you say, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Do
to
grocery shopping.
yeah,
what we gonna
to go
do,
to the
bro?
mall or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, because that's basically
That's-
what they're saying now.
That's the direction we're going
Yeah.
in already.
They-
yeah.
they-
It's-
they-
So what's going to happen?
What's
I want to
gonna
know
happen?
what are you guys going to
Yeah.
do? You're going to take the vaccine?
Now, so okay.
you wanna
No,
go
man, I
for-
wanted to say,
you're
something,
gonna-
and then I was waiting for you to finish, and I forgot what I was
Kids
gonna
gotta
throw in
grub, bro.
Okay, so for me,
Kids
okay.
gotta grub.
So for me, me and wifey also had this discussion already, and then we were talking about how the world they're making the world small, and we're gonna need this dompas kind of
Yeah, it is a
Explain
dumb
it.
pass. I was also
Yeah.
thinking
you
about-
know, to move and operate, to do our thing. And then we were speaking about the country. So here in South Africa, I think because of our past, it's going to be a really sensitive thing for the government to issue us with a dom pass, a vex
a
pass.
vex dumb pass.
A Vex Pass. Let's call it that. How we name it Vex Pass. A Vex Pass. You know?
Hey.
It's a nice name.
Yeah,
Eh?
it's dope.
Anyway, yeah, so it's gonna be very tough for them to give us a Vex Pass because of the history, and just it won't gel nice with the people. But it doesn't mean that it's not in the works, you know. And so I think a solution for us and for me personally, because
What do you mean
wifey-
it won't gel well with the people, bro?
it won't. People
People are
won't.
already accepting.
People won't. People,
But
yeah,
there's
even
a-
though.
he's saying there's a history of dumb pass. Like
Nah,
you
I
need us
see-
to
I
go
see what
somewhere.
he's saying.
Yeah.
But
Now
I want to
people
hear,
will be like,
hear
"Ah, there's
what's
another
going to happen. Tell me, Joe.
Yeah, so in my personal capacity, I'd say when I was talking to wifey took the jab as well, one only. She didn't go yet for the other one. Yeah. So with me, I was like,
And
when
you,
she
bro?
asked me, "Are you going?" and stuff
Undercover.
Like that. So what?
Undercover jab.
Undercover jab? Nah, no, I wouldn't do that. I'll say, nah, I got
Yeah.
jab.
I'm out here.
Eish, bruh. Hey, that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so then I spoke to her and I said, okay. So for me personally, I'm not taking the vaccine right now, but eventually later on, I'm gonna have to.
When
you know,
when Bieber
Cool.
comes to the country.
Who? Oh, Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Jay,
But
you,
here's
bro.
the thing now, bro.
You know, so eventually
Tricky
I will.
one, bro.
Just to finish my thought there. So eventually I will, but on that process in the process whilst going to that vaccination, obviously I'm doing my research, I'm having conversations like this, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not yet set in ground like, yo, I'm gonna take it, but I can already foresee in the future like.
Oh, I have
taking
another span in the works,
you
but
know,
we'll get into
I also
it
want
later.
to still travel. I still want to.
Come on, throw the span in the works. You saying you must take it for travel. Then they still ban us. And then they still say the new variant, the vaccine doesn't work. Then they still say, so
That's
now
exactly
what now?
what's happening now.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
that's
What's
exactly
happening
what's
now,
happening
bro.
now.
No,
They say,
yeah,
"Ah,
you're
the
right.
new variant, the vaccine doesn't
Actually,
work."
I saw an article this
Yeah, bro,
morning.
why
And
must
you're
you go?
still
Why must you
blocked.
go for the
Just hear
second
me
one,
out.
bro? Why
I
must
s-
you go for the second one?
I saw the
Why
article.
must you go for the second
Because they
one?
go
I
together.
don't know. They go together.
Peanut butter.
That's how
and
it
jelly.
came out.
And then next year they're gonna
Peanut
tell you
butter
must
and
go
jelly.
for another one because there's a new variant. And then where does it stop? And now here's my question:
We'll
where
never
does it stop?
It doesn't stop. We don't stop.
Because if we say now,
going.
okay, let's just do
Okay.
it.
Now answer the question. What are you guys gonna do?
I don't know, bro. I'm at this moment in time. I'm chilling. I'm living my best life, bro.
I think the strategy, like your strategy, it's my strategy. I think because no one yet is strong arming us,
But
us.
they technically
Yeah.
are starting to strong arm us.
But
Yesterday, he started by saying, if you don't, I'm
But
going to lock you down again.
how's it gonna work though? What does it mean if
Yeah.
you don't?
If you
How?
don't,
How
remember
you
when,
gonna know?
okay, whoa,
Where,
remember when
bro?
vaccines first came out?
Yeah.
They said it's not mandatory, we can't force people,
Yeah.
it's against your human right to force you to do something to your body that you
Yes.
don't want to do,
Yes.
and blah, 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 blah. That's
Yeah,
where
bro.
it,
That's
that's
where
where
it
it started.
Yeah.
Now, it's a whole other story. I wish we can actually download where he first
we got it,
started
bro.
Just make
and
a
what
bu-
he's
an
saying
edit it,
now,
yeah.
and just show to say that, yeah, you said we don't have to,
Doesn't
and you
esteem
can't
it
force
But
us,
just
and blah, blah,
not,
blah.
not to defend now the government
But
and
to
everything.
defend him.
Yeah, but to defend them is it's only they force they strong arming us to take the vaccine only in companies, and companies, corporations, they work separate to government. Yes, they pay tax to government, and yes, they under the government, but the corporation has more power. Coca-Cola has more power than the South African government. That's what people need to know. These corporations in the world have more power than governments, right? So that's why they can influence a government to say, hey, you do this or do this because we're going to give you this or what. So just to speak for the government, ooh, that doesn't sound right. I don't want to speak for the government. Just to say that, hey,
Comrade.
Comrade Joe,
So,
Honorable Joe.
Talk to us, bro.
yeah, so just to add there, it's the corporations, it's the companies that employ the people that are pushing this.
Nah, but
vaccine.
yesterday he said
We
he's
need
going to push it for everything.
Okay, yeah, he says that, but they've been saying that. They've been saying that everyone
Nah,
should.
but it's becoming-
Everyone should go and vaccine.
It started
Everyone-
going from everyone should to if you
everyone
don't.
must. To
Now it's if you don't.
So
Now it's a dreig now.
answer the question, bro. What's gonna happen if you can't put bread on the table because of a stupid vaccine?
Bruh, for me, I don't believe in this whole thing since day one. I think the whole thing is just a
Yeah,
big
let's be honest.
sham,
Let's,
bruh.
let's just throw it out.
You
there.
can
Yeah, let's be
call me
honest,
whatever you want to call me. It's alright, I'll take it. You can delete my channel, it's alright, I'll take it. But I'm just calling it what it is, but I don't
Yeah.
believe this thing since day one.
Yeah.
Were people getting sick? Yes.
Yes.
Were people dying? Yes. Were people short of breath? Yes. Were they killing people inside there from other causes? Me, personally, I believe yes. It's a far shot.
Hey, it's a
Somebody can
dangerous
come
one,
out
eh?
and say, "Hi, bro, how can you prove that?" And blah, blah. But how can you prove they weren't? Okay, let's have that conversation. Because how can you prove they weren't? They were fishy about who's allowed where. They didn't want you to see your loved ones. They were very dodgy about how they went about doing this thing, which even raises the suspicion more. They were dodgy about how they were handling the funeral. The whole thing was just dodgy.
Okay,
from
I
the
think it
beginning.
wasn't dodgy. I'm again speaking for the government. Damn. I don't think it wasn't dodgy. I think it was Engels weer. Pre-hand. It was
Predestined.
Predestined.
no, not predestined, but
Predetermined.
yeah,
Pre-order.
guys. Yeah. So it was measures. Let me say, it was measures to make sure people don't get infected. Because that time we didn't yet understand it. You remember?
Okay.
That time we didn't fully understand it. So it was measures that was making sure that we don't get infected, and it's just. Preventative, thank you.
Yeah, and then I did say so.
No, you didn't. You said predestined. So preventative measures. Thank you.
Order.
Thank you
We say
so much.
premature,
Yeah.
prima donna.
So I think that those things that we were experiencing was those things where they were trying to like protect us and stuff. And I will stand with you and say from the start I wasn't 100% with this thingy. With the vaccine, the COVID, and everything, because of the research that I did, because of the research that I did.
I have another scenario, but continue.
Okay,
brother.
yeah, because of the research that I did with my
Nah, you're
kid.
gonna answer some questions as well, bro.
With my
But
kid,
go
that's
on.
why I was already under that impression. But to say that it's a hoax, I'm not completely sure COVID is a hoax. But what I'm completely sure about is that the medical world is split. So that already should tell us that some doctors are saying, yes, it does exist, but this thing is not what they say it is. Yes. So we don't know the complete truth.
Because
they're
here's the
keeping
thing, bruh.
some information
Because-
away from us.
Because there was a 90%, in fact, it was a 97% at some point. I don't know what's the percentage at the moment.
Yeah.
There was a recovery rate, which
Yes.
means that people that were getting
Recovered.
it
Yes,
were
was
fine.
high. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
But
that, yeah.
the turnover was fine. They would recover. They'd
Yes.
be all right. They carry on with their lives. So my thing is this: for me, the idea of COVID and the way in which it's being shoved at us is causing more damage
Yes.
then in fact it's causing more damage in the lockdowns, in the way it's been approached and the way it's been than COVID its actual self.
Yes.
Because if you're saying 97% recovery rate,
Yeah.
then we should be treating it as if we were gonna be treating flu or other diseases or other illnesses that potentially, in fact, last year when the stats came out, the death rate to crime in South Africa was higher than the death rate of COVID.
I remember
crime.
even this year. Even this year they said so,
grievous
yeah.
bodily harm, crime,
Yeah.
hijacking, home. What's this
Yeah.
where people
Murder.
fight at
Actually
home?
murder. I
Yeah,
remember
murder. The
yes.
death rate of murder
Murder.
was higher than that
Then
of
vaccine,
COVID-19.
Yeah, yes. I read it.
Because of lockdowns and restrictions and all of those things that were
But
put in
because
place.
of- yeah.
And that's why I always say when people say, COVID has
Suicidal
caused job
rates.
loss, and I say it's not COVID, it's the way it was dealt with and the way it was handled. It
I
was the
agree.
lockdowns,
I agree
it
with
was the and so for me, the way it was handled makes it extraordinarily suspicious to say that, I mean, James, why are we dealing with this thing in such a way that's causing damage to society, bro? Because let's be honest, if they stopped speaking about it on radio and blah blah blah, we would have
probably-
carried on like nothing happened, bro.
Yeah.
Like now,
Like a month
like the
ago.
past
Facts.
2 months ago,
Like a month
we would have
ago.
carried on like there's no COVID, no nothing.
Yeah.
We would have
There's
went on
countries
holiday.
in Africa that's going on
We
like
would have
nothing
went on
happened.
like nothing's
There's
wrong,
some
bro.
countries COVID never touched them. There
You
was
wouldn't
like
have
maybe
heard-
2 cases and then
You wouldn't
to
have
them
heard
it's
of
make
that.
believe.
Yeah, like
You
New
wouldn't have
Zealand
heard of a
did a
funeral
really good
every
job.
weekend. We would have went on like
Wait, New
nothing's
Zealand?
wrong, bro.
Yeah, they did a good job with like their lockdowns and stuff like that. To the point
wasn't
where
it
there was-
them that got the highest increase after getting vaccinated? I remember it was
What
a
about that
Norwegian
island,
country.
bro, where everyone is vaccinated? And
That's
now,
Austria.
now everyone has again COVID.
I think the country you're speaking about is Austria. That
was
Fully
everyone was
island or something.
vaccinated, but then they had to
It was-
lock down
was it
again.
Austria?
It was
No,
Austria.
No,
New
the
Zealand.
island.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
I mean-
yes,
It's New
you see, I was right. It was a Norwegian country, New Zealand.
Austria now, but it was New Zealand previously.
Oh,
No,
okay.
so it's
So now-
Austria
okay.
now, but it was New Zealand.
So
Previously.
that's the earth showing us that this thing that you all think you're all getting right, you're not getting right. The
At all.
vaccines, the vaccines don't work. It's a fact. Actually, let's say it. We're not gonna get cancelled or
Yeah,
anything.
numbers don't
The
lie.
vaccines don't work.
Guys, I think for me,
But now, why are you forcing me to do something that you didn't know for a God-given fact it doesn't work? You didn't know it's not working.
That's the
now, why are you
conversation we
forcing
need to
me?
have. Yes, that's the conversation that needs to happen in the
And then
world.
they wish-wash around the question. No, there's still research that must be done. Hey, we're not 100% sure yet. Hey, it's neither here nor there. You must sign a waiver in case you die. It's not our problem. Now why are you forcing me?
Yes. Also a red flag. What a red flag it went up for me also was the CDC and all these major corporations that makes vaccines. Right? There's a law that says you can't sue them if any vaccine hurts you, because there is a
If
bill-
tomorrow you get
Yeah. trial based. That's why.
Yeah.
The reason why you sign before you get the vaccine, they saying this is a trial. You a test subject. If you die,
You're a guinea
can't do
pig.
us anything. Yeah. Your doctor can't do us.
Alright, so now if it's a trial, why are you forcing me?
Exactly.
Yeah, for the
Again,
trial,
bruh.
force. Yeah.
If you know that where you busy throwing that thing.
I think this man needs to bring Cyril Ramaphosa to
Yeah.
the inside show. Let's ask
Nah,
him
but
straight.
no, for real,
Let's
especially
ask
these
him.
people that are so
Yeah.
pro-vax.
Mr. Cyril,
I wanna
Mr.
ask
Cyril,
them, but
Mr.
it's
Cyril,
like, what?
you need to come to the show. We need some answers. Oh, this camera. Mr. Cyril. Mr. Cyril, you need to come. We need some answers. We need to just put this straight out and just ask these questions. And the Minister of Health. I don't know if you all know about the case that's going on in the States with the doctor. I forget his name. The doctor, he was the lead doctor in Trump's administration. And now he's, I don't know, is he still the doctor right now? The head, Dr. Fauci, thank you. I think you'll need to like sit here inside or something. Yeah, Dr. Fauci. I don't know if you all know about the Dr. Fauci
I
case.
haven't heard that
So
case yet.
they're going up against everything. That case is so huge in the States.
When
And
they're
it's not
questioning
getting-
Fauci, you don't know how to answer.
he doesn't know how to answer, but he had all the answers when it was still last year and the year before that about vaccines. But now he doesn't.
Even there, he never had the answers. He was dancing here and there.
And the plot,
He was dancing here and there.
and the plot is just getting thicker. Apparently, they had these in Wuhan. They
went to go and start a thing there.
It was in a
What's that thing called,
laboratory
Leandra?
and all that stuff.
Where they made COVID.
Yeah,
They call
yeah,
it
there's a
test.
story like
What's
it.
that
Yeah.
story?
So it means everyone's
call it
conspiracy
trial
theories was
test
right.
or
Because you
what?
remember all the years everyone was saying,
You know
nah,
the
this
thing,
thing is
Leandra. You
made.
telling me about it.
This
Yo.
thing is.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was made.
it's not
Yeah,
from
yeah.
it's not from a
You onto something,
animal
bro.
market or something.
Now,
Auntie.
I think for
And
me,
it was spread purposely.
okay, here's another spanner in the works, guys. Because I already got the vaccine, right? So
Sorry,
what
sorry,
is
bro.
what
Which
is?
is fine, bro.
No,
I don't have
I'm
an
cool,
issue
bro.
with people.
My faith will get
Bro,
me.
whether it's faith or what, I don't have a
My
problem with
faith will
people
get me
who
through.
vote.
But now,
I'm
hear what
just
I'm saying.
suspicious
Bro,
about
just
how
to
they
answer your
operate.
question before you go to the next one, bro. What's the difference between this and the chip, bro? Once that comes into play, are you
Hey,
also,
now we're going into
are you
conspiracy
also,
theories.
Bro,
are you also
I-
gonna take that if you're forced to
Is
also?
this based on reading Revelations
Nah, the chip, bro.
or the chip
Yeah.
about the 666 and stuff? That's a different conversation, because I think even the way we've read the book of Revelations and all of these end
So
times
with
gospel.
this, it's cool, but with that, you'll.
No. Let
This
me
is like
finish.
the-
Let me
okay.
finish with the end times gospel that has been basically preached to us over all these years. I have a newfound revelation on Revelation. So if you want to have that conversation, we can have it another time. But right now, bro, for me, I'm saying, what is my best foot forward as a Christian guy? Because I'm a Christian, I'm a saved man. But what is my best foot forward in terms of humanity, in terms of society? Because now look at this thing now. I have the COVID vaccine. Or let's say, for instance, I didn't have the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And then you're not saved, you don't know Jesus, or you're just going about living your life, but you get the COVID vaccine. But I am making you feel unsafe because I don't have the COVID vaccine. So what is your stance? What is like your approach in getting the COVID vaccine, or in
Is it off? Carry on, bro.
what would your best foot forward be in terms of
Moving a little bit
society,
closer.
in terms of society, and in terms of making your brother and your sister feel safer?
My thing is, bro, if you feel that the vaccine is making you safe, then take the vaccine and be safe, because then you're safe.
So you safe.
Then if I feel like I don't want to and I don't have it and I get
But
sick
now remember-
and I die, then I'm most not safe. Then that's
And if
on.
you
Then
have
that's
it,
on
you're
me.
protecting me also, aren't you?
Facts.
If I have the vaccine,
Yeah.
if you have the vaccine, remember I'm just a normal Christian guy. I don't have the vaccine.
Nah, bro, let's
You-
not even talk about being a Christian or anything.
or just
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 normal
a normal
people.
person.
Yeah, okay.
But the reason why I'm
Say Christians are not normal persons.
But the reason why I'm putting that forward
Yeah,
is
I'm
because
young,
of the idea of humanity.
always moves
The
Yeah,
idea
bro.
of loving your neighbor as you love yourself.
I hear where you.
But you have the
I hear your
vaccine,
train
you're
of
more
thought.
safe.
You know?
Okay, so your train of thought is
Come on, bro.
us as
Come in,
humans.
bro.
I hear what
Come
you
and say your say.
Like Joseph,
You can sit there.
debatable. Personally, because where does the new variant come from?
From the vaccines.
Because they say that the variant is mutated through the
Because of the
vaccine.
vaccine,
Because of the
exactly.
vaccine. Because a virus can't just reproduce a new and mutate its own. Unless
So
it's
who's
some-
safe?
yeah.
Who's unsafe
So
at the
who's
end of the
actually
day?
causing the harm at
problem.
the end of the day?
The vaccines is
Children.
causing the problem. And you know what? The thing that makes me narne, 50 years later, when they do case study on this, like how we do case study in our smallpox and things, then we see, yo, the whole world did this and they forced the people to do this and they were wrong.
But like you said something very interesting in the beginning. You said in the beginning it was a very
They can't hear, bro.
skeptical thing.
Now it's fine, we'll repeat it.
In the beginning, there was.
Very skeptical thing, like we didn't have any information about COVID. But now even there is no solid
They
information.
still don't know what's going on, bro.
So when are we gonna know?
So, but that's my question. How can you still unsure, but you're forcing people to do things that you're unsure about?
Yeah.
2 years later.
And
We're
these-
going
and
back
these are
to
the people with
lockdowns. Look like it
degrees
just
and-
look like the disease started last night. We're going back to lockdown like we only found out about COVID now. Yo, COVID, lockdown again.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro, we're 2 years in. We should have. So
supposed to
so
master
you're
it.
saying we made no progress over the past 2 years?
Yeah.
So what do we
Which
do?
is fair.
Do we fight?
So yeah, so
Do we start
I
an
wanna,
evolution?
Yeah, I wanna answer
that's
you
probably
because
the
that's where
only
we go
answer.
into. So you
something's
being a
changed.
Christian, and I understand, and being a humanity, like you were saying, that it's you were implying. I don't know, did I hear you right? You were implying that we as humans we need to have humanity and also take on the burden for each other. So you basically saying that,
I'm just saying, yeah. Like,
that
what
maybe
would you
we
do
should
then?
all get herd immunity and all of us vaccine to help out the other humans. I don't know. You were implying something like that. Huh?
So yeah, I was just basically asking, what would you do?
What did I do?
Because
So me personally, I'm also a believer like you that
Come on,
believes
come
in
on.
Yahweh. You know,
Yahweh.
Yeah, you
Son
know.
of the living God.
Yes,
Jehovah.
you know. So I also believe like you, and there's a verse that says you will drink poison and it will not hurt you.
Come on.
All right. So in the case of vaccines, I believe that.
necessarily.
Yeah. Hey man, we don't know. We don't know because maybe it was in that context. We don't
Nah,
know.
bro.
It says you will drink
play with the
poison.
stick.
Yeah, it says you will
Yeah.
drink
we
poison.
must go and look at the genre
Satan,
that was
Yeah.
used.
Satan
The context.
wanted to tempt Jesus, bro, to jump off and say, angels are going to save you.
Yeah, Angel's World. saved him,
Continue,
but-
Joe.
Okay, yeah.
But
let me
Jesus
continue.
was like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
man, I'm
cross
not,
off there.
don't now be
So,
stupid.
so we can. The Bible says you can eat poison and it will not, harm you, right? So we can take. Let me not say we can take. Let me say if you decide to take as a Christian the vaccine, right? We're living in the world. Yes, maybe in the future we'll find out that it does hurt the human, you know. There's lots of people that's talking about other stuff that's going wrong in their lives. They can't sleep, headaches, no taste, is gone since, you know, and all that stuff. And maybe we're still going to see more of these things pop up because it's still tested. It's still being tested. It's still being trialed, right? But
How long
I
does it take
believe,
to
but
have, like,
let
a
me just
vac-
finish. Let me just finish my thought. So I do believe that a Christian can take the vaccine and the Lord will still be sufficient and protect him.
I
Right?
don't know what to say about other people.
If you feeling,
Aye, bro.
nah, I'm
Only
saying
if you
that. I'm saying
believe.
it as a I'm saying it as
If
a
you
Christian.
believe.
Strong, yeah.
In Jesus.
You know,
God,
yes.
if you, I'll
So
take this vaccine so you can protect me. So I can't protect you. The vaccine will protect me. But you will
no.
also
Listen
protect
to
me.
listen to the thought. Listen to the thought.
Yeah.
No,
get-
listen to the context. He was asking. No, listen. He was asking if a Christian takes it. If a Christian takes it, is he now condemned now? Is he
No,
now
there's
condemned to
nothing wrong.
die? Is he condemned to
No, there's nothing
other
wrong.
Christians? Other Christians think even no, it's the 666. We almost went into that conversation now. You know the chop
chop.
and all that. No, what are we gonna go into that chop one
I'm
because
just
that chop
saying,
one.
we
what's
is
must
the
have
nice.
that
difference,
convo, but
bro?
not now, but we must have-
No,
what
don't
is
worry,
the
we're gonna go
difference?
into that one.
What's the difference, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna let
Doesn't
you
the
know.
chip, you also need the chip too.
Hey, Chance, we need to go to another topic before time is finished.
I want to talk about the chip though. Yeah, but
But
let's
Yeah,
go
but
to
the chip we
another.
must
time.
talk about.
Yeah, we have to go to what
But
Neuralink,
we'll,
thank
we'll,
Elon
we'll,
Musk.
we'll cover the book of Revelations
We
in.
must talk about the chip from zero.
Okay.
From start when we start the show.
Okay,
Because now
short.
already, because we're gonna go into it and then it's gonna get juicy. And then
Do we
time
have
is
another
finished.
topic, bro?
Yeah, bruh.
Plans for December?
Global warming. Global warming.
Can
gents.
jive?
Okay, yeah, we'll end with a nice one that plans for December. Yeah, so global warming. Can I open a
You believe
statement? Yeah, can I open a statement?
Oh,
So-
before you open it, just finish up what you were saying, though, bro.
Thank
At
you,
least, and
brother.
then-
Okay,
Thank you,
finish that
brother.
and
I
then-
have a little bit of an OCD if I didn't stop it. Now.
Yeah.
If I didn't finish what I'm gonna
Just
say,
finish
I was
it.
gonna
Okay.
think about it the whole day. Anyway, so like I was saying, I was basically saying into to his question, like where does a Christian find himself and where do we go? Is it gonna be a revolution or what? So I was basically just answering saying that first of all, for all the Christians that are watching, if you take the vaccine, the Lord still got you.
Come on.
It's not like the Lord now, you've taken something and the Lord is now being, oh, sis, what is I? You know, the Lord still loves you, the Lord still got you, and the Lord is still greater than the
Anything.
vaccine.
Come
And then
on,
medicine, man-made medicine that's trying to make you better. You
Oh,
know?
we went there, bro.
Yeah, so we still, so people, you good, you know? And then you mentioned something about what do we go doing
What's the
forward.
difference between that and
As
the chip?
humanity.
Is the Lord still with
I
you?
remember my brook come.
Is the Lord still with you?
So
Is Lord still got you?
no, that's gonna be another one. Okay, so moving forward. Now I think like what you were both saying. I think that those conversations need to happen because us as human beings, we shouldn't be geslat. You know, we've been geslat so many times in the past. If you can read a history book,
We done being geslat now.
Yes, you know, we've been geslat so many times in the history books. You can just go into the history books and see how people got geslat. We can go we can go to a recent one. We can go to a recent one. We can go to there's a case in America, the Flint water, where they poisoned the water. They were telling people that this medicine was gonna help the people of that community, and that medicine was also trial medicine that was harming those people. Those people still up today, you can do your research, are still fighting the American government that why did they give us this medicine to help us, and it was actually doing harm. It was experimental drug that was happening there in that place there in America. So it just goes to show that this is not so far-fetched. The governments of the world can lie to the people. So us as the people, what can we do? I think we should have conversations like this, first of all, and then we should actually have honest conversations where we're like, yo, is the vaccine really helping us? You know, and then we the people must stand up and move forward with a
Plus, you must know Cyril doesn't move on his own accord.
No, he doesn't.
He gets told what to do. That's why
Yeah.
he always, before he says, I've spoken to the command council, blah, blah, blah. He's basically telling us, they saying we must do this.
Yeah. And Cyril also
I'm the leader,
and-
so I must just tell you all
And-
that we must now do this.
and
so
Cyril-
he gets told.
Nearly nicked off there.
That
bruh.
thing was, Jens, that thing was gain of function research that Fauci is being nailed for now. He approved the gain of function research that caused the COVID vaccine, the COVID problem in the beginning.
So in layman's
So
terms,
they
for
start-
everyone watching, that basically means he made the COVID. So that means
And
whatever conspiracy theories, if you were made to feel dumb for being a conspiracy theory, saying all these facts, they made this vaccine, I don't trust, they made COVID, I don't trust COVID, I don't trust the vaccine, I don't trust. So that means with this information basically shows us
That
the
we were
people,
right the
that
whole
we were
time.
right the whole time. We were talking.
But that's the thing that makes me now. You find you right, ne? Then you get rubbed off as conspiracy.
Yeah, they
theorist.
make you feel stupid because you're a conspiracy
you
theorist,
being
yeah.
irresponsible.
Yes.
And then afterwards, when it come out, and we're like, there's it now. Like yet people. That's another topic.
Let's
I
move
saw a
on.
post
Global
and they
warming.
were two beers like us. To all of us who told you Bushiri was a fraud from the beginning.
I need to see that.
Anyway, gents,
Global warming.
Global warming, is it real or not, gents?
Okay, I'll go first because I know this one. Yeah, hey, me and wifey again always speaks about this stuff. Me, personally, I say the earth has been existing for so long where we've even made this imaginary number like saying it's the year 2021 and the year is not old. The year is not 2021. Oh,
The Earth is not 2021 years old.
exactly. The earth is not 2021 years old. So that already showed us
Listen
that.
properly.
Yes, listen, I was supposed to say that.
Listen.
So anyway,
I
so
would have been better at least.
so that already shows us that we speaking about a characteristic of the globe, of the world, but we weren't here on this earth long enough to even know the characteristics of the world, of the globe. Another thing, not doctors, another thing, scientists again with global warming don't agree with each other. So me personally, I feel global warming is just another hoax, money making. Yeah.
Come ask you this question. Come ask you this question.
You
Jess.
said it, not me.
If you have I'm just asking for what it's worth, because I know there's more science and there's other things to it. But if you have a glass of water, you have a glass here, you make it half,
Mm-hmm.
Then you put ice. Put so 5 ice blocks in. You throw the 5 ice blocks in, that water's gonna go
Melt.
almost.
Oh,
if
it's
you
gonna
throw it up,
rise.
it's gonna almost lift. And it's gonna look full.
The
But
level,
now
the water
if
If you
level
leave
is
it
gonna
to
rise.
melt.
No, even if you don't leave it
Okay,
to melt,
okay,
even if
yeah.
you just throw the ice block, if you have cola and you
Oh,
throw
yeah,
ice blocks,
sure.
you must
Makes it
drink
look
little bit
more.
out. Yeah, it's gonna go up. Like at McDonald's, they give you. You think it's cold drink, but it's gang ice. They drink
Slut you.
water, sweet water. So now here's the thing,
Slut you
Now-
puppy.
now
Not a
your
slut
cup
puppy.
is full. Now your cup is full of water.
Yeah.
But half is ice and half is water, but it's still the same height. If that water melts, will it overflow? It will carry on being the same.
Yes.
So my question
No, I don't agree with that.
It's not gonna overflow,
is, it will
bro.
stay the same, bro.
Whoa, like you mean the water level, the level?
Yeah, the level.
No.
If you throw it,
If you throw water in, bro,
if you have a glass, here's 0, here's 50, here's 100. Ne? You throw the water to 50.
Yes,
You
and you
throw
have
the ice to 100. If the ice melt, will it go over 100?
No.
No.
It's gonna stay there.
It will
at
stay on
100.
100.
No, but when the ice melts, it's.
The question, what's heavier? A pound of cotton or a pound of rice?
But I don't think with water levels is the same because
It's the same, bro.
Water measure.
It will stay the same. Ne?
It will stay the
overflow?
same, bro. It won't
will stay the
overflow.
same,
Think
bro.
about it.
Even though the ice melts and it becomes liquid form.
Yeah.
Won't it be more?
Because that weight was
No.
displacing the water anyway.
Same as of that of the water.
It's
So
the
when it
form.
melts, it's still the same.
Remember the form
Okay.
changes.
Okay.
not the mass.
Okay. Yes.
Form versus
My bad.
circle, there's the same mass. If you make it straight, it's gonna be the same mass. It's just the shape.
Now that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. They
But you're
saying
onto
the
something,
ice
bro.
is melting. The sea level's gonna rise, but that's the question I'm asking.
I see what you're saying.
If it
Makes
melts,
sense.
it's gonna shift it. It's gonna make a difference.
Makes sense.
Because of the tide, then at night it should have been overflowing already by now. Like we sleep here.
Never
and you
thought
just
of
sleep.
it that way.
I never thought of it that
But
way.
that's
me
the
also.
crux of the whole conversation. They say the
So-
ice is melting, but the ice was there anyway, so it was displacing that space anyway.
Nah. Okay. Let me explain. I don't agree.
In the water. Yes. It's above
It's
the
above the water. It became a land mass.
Into the water.
It raises the level. Sorry.
What the heck, bro?
Hey, Joe.
Can I stand?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
stand.
stand, bro.
yeah,
We
yeah.
talking, yo. We talking, yo.
So I agree
You
with
must
what
also
you say.
comment there on the comment section.
Yeah, so that's what I
gonna
was
roll
saying.
now.
So that's why it
Okay, are we
confused me.
standing?
That's
We
why
standing, bro.
Yeah, oh.
Let's stand.
So that's why it confused me a little when we're talking about the mass
ice
and
in the
water,
water.
ice on the water, yes. Because I would think that the water mass would rise, but now I realize it's because the ice. It's not. Sometimes the ice is linked to the land, and the mass of the ice is not in the water. It's above. It's creating a land mass like Antarctica or Greenland and stuff like that. But if all this land mass or this ice would melt, it would, it would rise the water level.
If it
Push it
melts
to the
from
beaches.
if it's there on the land and it melts and it runs into the water, then it will, because then it's more water coming from somewhere else.
Yes.
But if
Exactly,
it's an ice block that was already in the water and that melts, it makes no difference.
Yeah, it would.
But
make
if
no
it was
difference.
coming from outside,
Yeah.
then it makes a difference.
Follow ice caps now at the moment.
Yeah.
But the whole landmass
Is in the water.
is in the water already.
Yeah, but it's also connected to land.
It is, but
Is it connected to land?
Yeah. Antarctica is a land mass and Greenland there on top is a land mass, but there's ice connected to it and ice on it.
that's the thing. It's still submerged.
In the water.
So it's breaking off by the side. That's what's happening. It's slipping.
Yeah.
Because of the heat, apparently. We don't know. What's getting. Ons praat dus hier van die ozone layer damage.
Yeah. Because the ozone layer, actually, a fun fact, ozone layer is actually healed. Like the earth repaired itself without the help from humans. If you Google it right now, the ozone layer is now
repaired
closed.
completely.
It's repaired. Yes.
Just say that globalization is just another conspiracy to keep people from believing that the end is near, because they're using globalization. So when things happen, like the floods and like the signs of the
Then they say you see it's science, and we as Christians we saying you see it's actually God.
they're gonna say that no, there's no signs of the times, there's no end times. It's because of globalization.
Yeah.
So they take against
Eish,
the message of
that
what
end
the
times
gospel
topic.
to say that the end is near.
Okay.
Signs of
Okay.
the times, this is God, it's not globalization.
I agree
I
with
have one question.
That sounds very
on
yeah.
that topic. A span in the works.
Yeah.
What has history taught us about end times? And especially people preaching end times. Has it
No,
happened?
Joe's gonna agree with you. Me and Joe already had this conversation.
Has it happened? Those people that preached end times, that said the end is near previously. Has it happened?
No, nothing's happened. We still here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean
I'm
as
gonna
the
leave it
end
there.
times happen? Because the end times is still happening.
Still
it's happening
happening. We in
currently.
it now.
We in it right now. We
But
in
for
the
how
end
long? How
times.
long have we been
However
in
long
it?
it's gonna take.
We've been in it for 2021 years. Because
That's good. I
it.
like your answer.
Yeah, because
I like your
Yeah,
answer.
because Jesus said,
I like your answer.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that answer, bro. Jeez, well done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joe's gonna agree
I
with
like
you
that
because
answer.
we already had that conversation.
I love that answer, bro.
So whoa, can I just also throw another thing in there? So the about the end times. So the end times also, just a fun fact. I don't know. Have you done research on Nero?
Yes, the Roman Nero
Emperor,
Caesar.
yes,
He's the triple
yes.
six.
Yeah, so no, he isn't. But,
Well,
people believe
that he was.
that he was. So
Yeah.
people in those days thought that
They
the
use
end
something
times-
called the gamatria. It's
Yes.
a Greek mathematical instrument.
Yes. So in those days, thank you.
Come
brother.
on,
Let's
come on,
talk.
guys.
Let's talk.
I told you
Very
Joe agree with you. Me
So
and Joe
yeah,
already
so
had this
in
topic.
those days they believed, like you know already, that those were the end times.
Yeah.
There was more signs.
Aye, bro, we must have a show on this one.
We can never talk on this one. Do you know about the Council of Nicaea?
Yes, bro.
Hey, that one is a nice.
We can
one.
speak about it.
You see, that's another show because that and the thing is, it all connects and it
yes.
all goes in because now they're saying there's an asteroid coming to the Earth.
Oh yes,
and
I
it's
read
gonna
about
hit
it.
the whole
Yeah,
Earth
but
and this
now
and this.
in December or next December or what?
I don't know,
This
but they're
December.
trying to figure out when it's gonna come.
Yeah,
What's your
bruh.
plans?
Yes, they saw it
been
coming,
coming.
but now it's gonna pass now, and they say they're not sure is it gonna pass and go into our gravitational pull, because it is gonna pass and it's gonna come back again in 60 years because it's already in the
But
sun's
here's my thing,
gravitational
Joe.
pull. Okay.
For, as a
I
Christian,
went too nerdy
Yeah,
there.
no.
Sorry.
As a Christian, you believe that God is in charge of everything.
I
So
do.
why will
Yes,
a
I
random
do.
asteroid now come and blow up the whole Earth?
Maybe
Unless-
maybe it's prophecy. Maybe
Unless,
that's
exactly
the end
what I'm saying.
times coming.
Unless
and
it's
you see-
exactly unless that's part of the plan.
Yeah, it's like what
Not even, not
it's
even
like what you were
Jesus knows
saying.
when the end time is, bro. How do these people know?
Yeah,
I
because
think
no one knows.
Jesus knew.
Eh?
Bro, Jesus knew.
Then it's not even Jesus
Jay,
himself knows.
Jesus knew. He knew. Believe me, I'm telling you, he knew.
Explain, the Bible says only the
bro.
Father
No,
knows.
only the Father knows. The Son doesn't know.
How
bro.
do we read that message?
The Father.
James, please read them.
Father knows.
Please read the comment there, bro.
Jesus knew, bro. But because of who he was speaking to,
Bro,
he
Bernard
couldn't
is-
tell them.
Bernard has a comment.
He
here,
was
bro.
like, and this is how we see that this was Jesus' approach. He would always ask questions with questions. He'd answer questions with questions. And what he would do is that if you can't answer the question, then neither will he tell you. And that is why he answered them that only the Father knows.
Bro, read the comment, please.
Yo, what's up, Bernard?
Okay, I'm letting it sink in.
Let's
I'm
go there,
I'm
bro.
letting it sink in.
Yo, James, we need to have another topic.
Yeah, but then
We
how
must
does the
continue
home?
next week.
Okay, bro. Yo, what's up? Yeah, bro. How does bro?
You don't get it. Okay, it's fine. We'll have a
I
conversation
know what you're
about
saying. I
it.
know what you're saying.
But I think that's a doctrine. That's your doctrine and your theology making that assumption. I feel like it's more weight on your doctrine and your point of view and how you exegete the scripture. That's why you seeing it like that.
Yeah.
But it's not like a fact. It's not like a doctrinal fact what you're saying. But you're saying from your study, from how you see things. This is how I see that
Yeah.
Jesus was. Yeah. So it's
Which
not
we are
wrong.
supposed to do.
Yeah, and what we were supposed
We're
to do.
supposed to
So
do
that's
that.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but
Not
It can become a
wrong.
whole conversation.
But
whether
We
Jesus,
go back and
whether
forth.
Jesus knows or not, bro, how does the homies know that the thing is
You
Scientists,
gotta let
I
the
didn't know.
homies know.
That's
I'm
a,
not gonna tell anyone that I'm coming. He says be ready.
I sh-
Yeah.
So now if we know the asteroid is coming 12 o'clock tomorrow
you
morning.
know.
Are you
Like
gonna
what- like
repent?
what-
You're gonna repent 11:59.
Like what's that movie 2012?
11:59, you're gonna go flash.
The Mayans believe that the end was gonna, the world was gonna end.
Nah, they first said 2000
Yeah.
because the clocks are gonna change and things to
And the
make things
2000
zero.
was a worldly, the 2000
The millennium.
was us just humans saying that it's gonna end because of technology and the coding and everything. But the Mayan one was like a prophecy that they didn't happen.
Yeah, bro, let's
Yeah.
Yo,
But they lied.
Yo, bro, let's
let's hear the comments, bro.
Give Bernard some airtime. We're talking a lot, bro.
Oh, sorry, my
Sheesh.
bad. Hey.
don't push again.
My bad.
Go, bro.
Bernard, nice show, guys. As always, global warming is also weird because Barack Obama talked about dangers of global warming, but he bought a house a few meters away from the sea. Doesn't
make sense
guys.
now. Hey, you don't ever talk to me.
It was all a scam. All
was
from
all
the
a
beginning. Nah, guys, okay, it's 10 o'clock now.
Already?
You see, now we're standing now.
No.
We're standing
What
now.
else? What we doing for December?
I
what
planned for
else?
December and then we're done.
Kidnappings. Ay,
Kidnappings, hey, bruh.
good one. That's gonna be
Heavy.
a good one.
Wow.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay,
going up.
let's continue next week.
Okay.
Then we carry
Yeah,
on
I
with the
think
other
next
stuff.
week's the last Monday.
Is it?
Of the year? No.
Last Monday.
Of the show, bro. Of the show.
Okay, so we continue next week
We
with a
ain't even
topic.
had Christmas yet,
Because we
bro.
were talking, yo, bro, you know what? Yesterday when I was watching that, I was like, yo, that's man, I said now cancel our Christmas, man. Hey, please don't cancel our Christmas.
It
I
seems
don't-
like he is going to, yeah. The 20th.
The New Year's Eve you'll cancel.
He's gonna monitor it and then we'll come back again and see.
He's gonna cancel New Year's Eve, bro. By 8 o'clock or so.
Yeah, he is. And that's what happened last year, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, no 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah.
Now we had that at like 7. We had the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
At 7 o'clock.
at 7. Yeah.
I don't
You
think
start
that
at
makes
5 4
sense,
3
man.
2 1 at 7
o'clock. Go sleep.
We had last year, didn't we? At 7 o'clock.
3, 2, 1,
And
yeah!
you went 5,
Go-
4, 3,
At 7
at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And we went to the Australian time.
Yeah.
We're like, it's already morning there, so it's right.
That time somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Speaking about Australia, do you all know about the Australia
Grand
with with the band,
Open.
with the band party? Oh, Pashi, Engels. The band basically they have a new lockdown. They created a new lockdown, or they're the first to make it. So they
always
for people
creating.
that aren't vaccinated, they lock them down. Yeah, and then for people that's vaccinated, they leave them to have like a normal
Life.
life.
So
yeah.
they're becoming ostracized.
To spread now into other countries as well.
They're becoming
Is that
ostriches.
coming here by us now?
yeah.
Ostrich. You're gonna become an ostrich.
So imagine that being locked down, but while your friend that's vaccinated is there outside. You know?
Now
That's
that
how
is
come
now
it
that
is.
now that is the exact same reason why threw that span in the works. What are you gonna do?
When that happens, and that, hey, bruh, that's
What you gonna
sci-fi
do when
movie.
it comes?
Because now you are vaccinated, you're living your best life.
Bro, already,
And that
already when they pull you over, bro, some coke money.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's the
I'm
difference?
answering- No, I'm answering him the same way over the show.
What the?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, hi, man, bro. Here's a 50 euro.
Here's chicken licken money.
Here's a chicken licken. Now what are we gonna do? Where's your
yourself-
dome
and you
pass?
yourself said we live in such a country, bro.
Where's your dome pass?
We do.
Up for making the dome pass. So it is out there. You can purchase that dome pass.
See?
What's
gonna
it called?
purchase
A
my
Vax
dome
pass.
pass.
Hey, I was gonna give you a guaranteed fact, but I'm not
Give
gonna
us
give
the
it.
fact, bro,
I'll
before
give
we
it off
almost
air.
done.
I'll give it
Drop
off
it,
air.
drop it.
Yeah, I'll give it off air.
Alright, give it to us.
Yeah.
Give it next week on the show. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy the show.
Plan
It
for
was
December,
fun.
bro?
Nah, bro. Time's up. We're gonna carry on next week with the convo.
December
That was a
plans, bro?
dope conversation. Please do what do you call it? Subscribe and also like and all that nice stuff. See you on the next one. Love you. Bye bye.
Deuce.
Peace.
So here's the guaranteed fact. Here's the guaranteed fact. Every one of us, has participated in the corrupt system. Come in whichever way.
Compass points you anywhere.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
I
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just puts your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.
Call me up your ass.